Hey y'all, Purpose Girl here. Just stopped in to see about y'all, see how you're doing in this 21-day challenge, this 180-degree turnaround. And I'm telling you, my snapshot for this video is the back of my head because I am flabbergasted and completely blown away by how God is turning my thoughts around, how God is turning my whole life around, and how I'm experiencing this 180-degree turnaround. And I honestly thought I was finished. I thought, I was doing this for a couple of days before and it's been really great. But it is crazy to me what I'm really experiencing and how much epiphany. It's like I'm experiencing an epiphany every day. And it's just like I really didn't expect that much. So tell me, what is going on with you? What are you experiencing? Drop it in the chat so that I can share it with all the viewers. Everybody can read it and see what's going on with you. But today, the one thing that I can say is I slipped on my thank you. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't. Oh, when I came in the house, I told my husband, thank you for taking out the garbage. I didn't even realize it. I was like, as I was thinking about the video, I was like, oh man, I slipped today on my thank you. I didn't tell anyone thank you, but I totally did. And it kind of just flew out of me. And funny story about that. And while I'm telling you this, please feel free to drop it in the chat. What's been going on with you, what you've been experiencing in terms of facing poverty, in terms of thank yous and all of that. But funny story about that thank you for taking out the garbage. People say all the time that men need words of affirmation. You should tell them thank you for different things. And so one of the things my husband would always say is, you never say thank you for things like taking out the garbage. And my thought was always, because you just need to take out the garbage. And in my mind, I used to be like, nobody thanks me for breastfeeding. Nobody thanks me for cooking. Nobody thanks me for all the stuff I do. But this challenge, this 180-degree turnaround really is causing a turnaround in my thought process. And I am going for taking things for granted and thinking things are just commonplace to really just appreciating, because I really did not even tell him thank you out of trying to satisfy my thank you for the day. I really just saw the garbage on the curb. I wondered as I was coming in, I wonder if he's put the garbage out now or if he'll do it in the morning. And when I saw it, I was just like, oh, he did it tonight. And I just felt grateful that he did that. And so that's a turnaround, because I just always used to be like, well, that's what you do. That's your thing. Take out the garbage. Why should I have to thank you for that? So I'm really just, that just kind of caught me off guard. I didn't even realize that. And then my other thing, no complaints here. I have been doing so well with not complaining, and that is huge for me, because I am generally, or have been in the past, a complainer. And this is not the first time that I've tried to stop complaining or curb my complaining. I've tried several times before. And so to just experience that, where really I've gone 2 days straight now without complaining that I can think of. But I really feel like it's maybe 3. Anyway, the point is I am so excited because I did not complain 2 days in a row. And so I'm feeling really, really good about that. As far as facing poverty, I am eating rice and beans for lunch and dinner. And I am eating oatmeal for breakfast. This morning, I didn't have oatmeal. I had a banana and an apple. And that's because I'm sick of oatmeal. It hasn't even been that long. But I'm sick. I get sick of food pretty quickly. And oatmeal is not something that I ever really loved. I only started eating it for its nutritional value. And, I could make it yummy with some cinnamon and all of that. But I don't love oatmeal. And so to eat it every day, it's a challenge. But I will be having oatmeal tomorrow. But I'm already at the space where I'm sick of it. And I just know that if I didn't have any other options, sick or not, then that's just I would just eat that, or I would not eat breakfast and just kind of be hungry. So that's really making me mindful of choices, and being grateful for choices that I have choices in certain areas of my life. And then the other thing that I've noticed while I've been on this challenge, I am a prayer warrior. I was on the prayer team at my last church. I'm on the prayer team at this church, because I really do enjoy talking to God, and I like to intercede for others. I like to pray for others. But something new that I noticed while I'm on this challenge is that praying for other people pushes me outside of my comfort zone, in that I will reach out to people that I normally would not reach out to because I'm praying for them. So I will reach out and say, hey, I thought about you today. I'm praying for you. Or if they previously submitted a prayer request, I might say, hey, I saw your prayer request or heard your prayer request, and I just want you to know that it's on my prayer list. And it's forming connections. It's forming connections that I might not normally form, because I'm kind of, I make friends easily, but there are just certain situations where I won't extend myself or I won't reach out because I'm okay to just float alone. But prayer connects me not just to God, but praying for others connects me to others. And so that's something that I've noticed that was a pleasant epiphany for me today, that praying for others kind of bonds me to them and links me to them in a way that is really intimate. Praying for people and with people is really a kind of very intimate thing. And so I always knew that with my prayer partners, that we get very intimate based on that relationship. But I never realized that even just praying for people who, they're not my prayer partner, I become connected to them. I want to know about their outcomes. I want to see that everything works out for them. I'm really bound now to them through that cord of prayer. So that's exciting for me. And I'm going to be very intentional about that, and about creating those opportunities through prayer. Today I saw God in a friend's breakthrough. It's always awesome to see someone break through, and so I saw God today kind of break through in a friend of mine in their life. And so that's amazing. And, kind of with a thought process. And so that never gets old for me. That is always exciting to see breakthrough, whether it's in my life or somebody's life who's around me. What are you seeing? What is going on for you in the challenge? If you're here, if you're online, if you watch it back later, drop it in, chat about it. Let me know, what are you seeing turn around in your life during this challenge? What breakthroughs are you experiencing? What epiphanies are you having? What is thankfulness doing to try and make sure you don't complain? What is that doing for you? How are you feeling every time you have to kind of switch this thing over? What are you processing? What are you experiencing? The other thing I'm kind of failing on in this challenge is my deep breaths. It says to take 10 deep breaths, I want to say. And I definitely have not been doing that. I have not been doing that. I will take deep breaths when I feel overwhelmed. And that has not been happening in the last 4 days. So it's not like a normal reflex to just do it every day. But I'm going to be very, 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 very super intentional about doing that tomorrow. I am going to make sure that maybe I start my day with those deep breaths, or I end my day. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it after we jump off tonight. I'm going to do my deep breaths before I go to sleep, because I do need to decompress. I've been, at work all day and then doing therapy in the evening. And so I do need to kind of woosah. And so I am going to do my deep breaths when we jump off. And so tomorrow I want to share something really cool that you can do in conjunction with the deep breaths to kind of begin to mitigate some of those negative thoughts that you have, because we all have negative thoughts around different areas and things of our lives, different topics. Some of us have negative thoughts about our spouses. Some of us have negative thoughts about our children. Some of us have negative thoughts about ourselves. Some of us have negative thoughts about our success, our career. Some of us deal with fear, and there are things that we just won't do because we're feeling so fearful. And so for me, I am trying to eradicate my negative thoughts, and I know that I may always have them, but I am building things into my life where I can combat them, so that even if I have them, I can shut them down quickly and they won't become a philosophy in my life, and they won't become my emotions, which will become my behavior. So tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit. I'm going to give you a tip on something that you can do to kind of neutralize those negative thoughts, neutralize fear, and anything that's kind of gripping you and stopping you from doing the things that you want to do. Again, if you're here, please share with me. What have you been seeing? What do you have going on? Who are you saying thank you to? Are you doing deep breaths? What is it like to face poverty just a little bit, to kind of get a tiny snippet into what it looks like to struggle with your finances, to have less choices where it comes to food or clothing or whatever the case may be? What is it that you are experiencing? I want to hear from you. So I'm going to jump off. I want to wait a couple more seconds just in case somebody wants to respond in the chat room. But if not, if you decide you don't want to respond live and you thought of a comment later and you want to drop it in the box, please put it in the comments, and I will read those. I will read the comments. I will respond. I will talk about them on my next video. And the other thing is there anything that you are dealing with that you want to see turn around in this challenge? Hey, Leah Burgess, is there anything that you are struggling with in your thought life that you want to see turn around? Are there any behaviors that you are dealing with that are undesirable and you're like, no more? My 180-degree turnaround. I want things to be different. Drop that in the comment box so that I can kind of speak to some of those things in a subsequent video. Thank you so much, guys, for jumping on. Thank you for logging on and being with me. Thank you for doing this challenge with me. For those of you who have chimed in on other videos or other live feeds, thank you for being transparent, for sharing your truth, for speaking your truth. Thank you so much for journeying with me. This season of my life, God is showing me that I need to journey with sisters, and I'm so glad that you've made the commitment to journey with me in this 180-degree turnaround challenge. And just remember, from Purpose Girl to you, girl, you are free. Now stay free. Have a good night, everyone.